Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. In the last episode we drove Cerberus forces off to Chunker and took control of a gigantic old Krogan cannon that fires into space. This episode we are going to be fighting off Cerberus again on the world of Benning, but first we have a few little Citadel tasks to do, including a conversation with everyone's favourite, James Vega.
Hey Commander, nice to see you down here in the dirt with us grunts.
You think I don't like getting dirty?
Oh now, come on. I didn't mean anything by it, Commander.
Uh-huh. What did you mean then?
See those Marines over there? None of them officers, just soldiers fighting the war.
Yeah?
They've been buying me drinks all night. You know why? Same reason they got all quiet and serious when you walked in.
You don't seem intimidated by me in the least. In fact, you could use a little more deference.
Sure, but I've fought with you. I've seen you in action. Now, don't get me wrong, you're good. Probably one of the best.
Probably?
And you fill out a uniform like nobody's business. Just saying. But I know you're human. Just like me.
But not them.
Nope. Hell, I still remember the day they made you the first human Spectre. I watched it on the vids just like all of them. But to them, you're still larger than life.
Maybe I should expect it. There aren't a hell of a lot of people who've done what I have.
And now they get to meet you in the flesh. You should buy them around. It'll impress them.
Let's not overdo it.
Well, you could at least buy me around.
I had a feeling you were working up to that.
Yeah? And I have a feeling you're not gonna buy me one.
Oh, and what the fuck would give you that impression? Yeah, you only go down that route if you've already been nice enough to him. And obviously I haven't, because the man's a wanker. But he's one of the reasons I came down here for. The actual other reason is while we were fannying around with the Krogan cannon, we found some turret power grid schematics, which we can return.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I found these schematics. They're pretty old, but maybe they could help you.
Whoa. Those really are old, but solid. We could totally convert our current systems to this. Thanks.
And that crosses off that mission. Next up, if we head across to the Presidium Commons, to Barlavon.
I rescued those soldiers from Reaper territory.
Excellent work. The Shadow Broker has authorized me to offer you a finder's fee for his guard's safety. And now that our business is concluded, I have to tend to some other engagements. Goodbye, Commander. And may I say, good luck.
Weirdly, that doesn't actually do what he says it does. Because there he's like, oh, thanks for returning the guards. Here's a finder's fee. What actually happened is you keep the guards as a war asset, so something went funky with the scripting there, clearly. While we're here, Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies is where we can pick up an EGL thermal conduit. You can absolutely just buy this from the requisition port on the Normandy for a markup and just deliver it to Adams there and then, but we were literally coming to Barlavon anyway. We may as well. Finally, let's go up to the embassies, because there's a mission to acquire there before doing our main mission of this episode. So this man here, the human ambassador.
I can't take your word on this. I fully understand the situation. Of course I read through the names of the dead every day, but... Please, a few more minutes of searching could mean a lifetime of peace for my family.
Someone in your family is MIA?
My son Bilal. And bureaucratic compassion seems to be in short supply. I am Ambassador Dominic Osoba. My son's squad returned from their mission on Benning without him. I found them drinking, but they won't even look me in the eye. I can offer a bounty for any information. If Bilal's alive, we want him home. If he's dead, then we can begin to mourn him.
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Either way, you will set my mind at ease.
Well, with that, perhaps no surprises with that for where we are heading next. So, let's head back to the Normandy and the galaxy map. So, we now have access to this little bit here, the Arcturus stream. You get access to this after doing priority Surkesh. Let's head over there. So we actually heard Allah's talking about this last episode, but here is the Arcturus station, which is the former kind of centre of the Alliance Parliament. If we scan... Well, this gets us intel from the Battle of Arcturus. We don't actually have to scan it perfectly, but lying at the L5 Lagrangian point of Themis are the fused metal fragments of the Arcturus station, destroyed by Reaper capital ships. The station once housed the Systems Alliance Parliament and the nerve centre of their military armada. Now it is a cold grave for 45,000 people. And that intel is useful. I'll talk about that in just a second. And then we have another little bit to scan here, which is... Is this right? That's Themis, the gas giant. It's not that. It's somewhere, I guess, around here, is it? Yeah, there we go. Is a little bit of fuel. Not that we actually necessarily need it, because I think it was on full fuel. Anyway, but there we go. Possibly should have saved that till afterwards. But the system we really need to come down here for is this Euler system. Yes, it's actually pronounced Euler, not Euler. It's the name of a mathematician, which I got wrong until I was about 24. So, the more you know. This planet here, Yukawa, it's somewhere around here, is something you can scan for. Yeah, there we go. Is this oil as well? Fuel, yep, 100 units of fuel. Never a bad thing to say too, but hey, that's 100% here. What we're here for is this planet, Benning. Benning, the nearest garden world to Arcturus station, is the primary source of its food supply and an important staging area for starship maintenance and repair. Occupying the planet will be key in any attempt to retake the system's relay. Scattered intelligence indicates that during the battles of Arcturus and Earth, the Reapers sent a small force to Benning to destroy its convoys, spaceports, and starships. With the population immobilized and communications cut, the main force concentrated on the larger prize, knowing they could return before repairs could be made or help could arrive. Heat sources in Benning's space indicate a non-Reaper presence here. So this is a pretty combat-heavy mission, so I am going to take James and Garrus. Weapons-wise, I'm actually going to mix it up a little bit and use some stuff we haven't used before. The Mattock is an interesting one. We'll go for that, and I actually want to mix up it so it's... Actually, no, I want to keep exactly those things on it. And also, no sniper rifle for once. I'm actually going to take submachine guns and show them up a bit. We'll take the Tempest, which is a fairly nice submachine gun, and we'll give it ultralight materials, which reduces its weight, which is basically makes our powers recharge faster, which is quite nice. And we'll probably give it the... Oh, can I not give it a recoil system at the same time? Oh, is that the same slot, apparently? Huh, how bizarre. Cool, then I guess we will give it... magazine upgrade. Cool. Oh, now that power recharge speed there, that plus 141% is really nice for basically just being light, because the Mattock ain't too heavy, and we've made that SMG super heavy. That's the advantage of SMGs. They ain't as powerful as assault rifles, but they're just much lighter. With that... We can bring James up to the next level of incendiary ammo, increase his headshot damage, will be pretty nice. Shepard, I am saving up for a bit more stuff, probably on warp ammo or tactical cloak, don't know which yet. Garrus, oh, you can have a bit of a better concussive shot, I suppose, or not. And a shatter, a frozen target, ooh, recharge speed, yes. Cool, and let's land.
Cerberus strike squads have infiltrated one of the major cities on Benning. Initial reports indicated they were recruiting civilians, but further investigation suggested that people are being taken against their will.
For what purpose?
Unknown. We sent a recon team to investigate, and the Cerberus squads reacted by targeting civilians in public facilities. Officially, Cerberus is denying responsibility and condemning the action. They're either lying, or we're dealing with a rogue faction.
And innocents are caught in their crosshairs.
Exactly. Secure the area so we can establish a rescue lifeline to the rest of the city.
Approaching the drop point, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
The people down there are counting on you, Commander. Hack it out.
Building an avalanche of civilian SOS requests, Commander. The bulk are concentrated on the upper street. Cerberus forces are pinning them down. You better hurry.
This is all very kind of Blade Runner dystopian, isn't it? So I'm going to put my fancy new warp ammo on the Mattock, and then on the disrupt ammo on the SMG. Then we'll got these guys on. We want Garrus on the particle rifle and James on the particle rifle. Let's have everyone on particle rifles and give you armor piercing and give you that. And I'm going to switch that over to... Oh, no, actually, one. Yeah, no, okay, cool, we're good. So, the Matic is an unusual... So, you know, I've talked about how you can get sniper rifles, which are... Oh, you're being taken away by a Cerberus, man. Clearly, you just got abducted into that corner. How bizarre. But yes, I've mentioned how you can have sniper rifles, which are like a hybrid of... which are more like assault rifles. And indeed, you can have assault rifles, which are more like sniper rifles. And that's kind of where the Matic comes in. Are you with me? Is that James? I don't even recognise him. Is that generic of a character, clearly? Here we go. Right, let's take control of that turret. So, you'll notice when you fire with the Matic, it just fires one shot at a time. It's quite powerful, but it's not as powerful as your best sniper rifles. But it does make a deeply satisfying sound of going clunk. Here is... there we go. You notice it's one of those ones, much like the Raptor, it basically fires as fast as you can and push the trigger on it. Not enough that you can just stand out and take it, but like if I do this... Oh, he threw that at me. Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's not the most accurate, unlike a sniper rifle, because obviously it doesn't have a scope, but you can... There's nothing to really stop you putting a scope on. As you can see there, it can lay down a decent amount of damage. It's not got a huge amount of ammo, either in the clip or in general. Oh, that man just fell out of the sky. Well, let's shoot him in the bottom. Where is... Ah, there we go. So, it's a nice enough weapon. It's not great, and I think generally sniper rifles are better at being sniper rifles than it is, but...
Fleeing the city with Cerberus troops right behind.
Where are they?
Updating your nav point. You can intercept them there.
Gotta double time it.
Various things to grab here. This dog tag, which is the tag for Ambassador Ahsoba's son. Don't know why it hasn't necessarily given me that as an update, but there we go. Then I need to look for... down here, here we go, capacitor helmet. Well hidden, that piece of shit. Definitely. And with that, I think we want to head on. So, submachine guns are very light and fast, and they are terribly inaccurate, as you can see here. From this kind of range, they are just awful. And I think they have been made worse because of the fact that anyone can have an assault rifle now. As such, they can be useful for like blasting in short range like I'm doing there, but at any other ranges, I find them to be pretty abysmal. But they can hold a lot of ammunition at least. There's these dudes here, who is our kind of goal. Who are even, I suppose.
Reinforcements are here.
Try to stay calm.
What should we do?
Just stay down.
Commander, more Cerberus troops are heading your way. If you can hold the line there and give the civilians time to escape.
You heard him. We hold here.
And hopefully the civilians won't be baffled by the fact that we're, you know, wearing Cerberus armor. I always think that must be deeply confusing, but hey, don't worry, we're nearly done with it anyway. Ooh, a PDA. Has that got anything useful on it, or is it just cash? I mean, cash is also useful. There we go. Nemo, if you can read this, stay away from the taxi stand. That place is crawling with Cerberus soldiers. Ellie. Bit of cash there, always nice. Bit of cash there, always nice. Where is this Cerberus bloke coming from? Oh, this is... That shows you kind of how the accuracy is not great on them. You can actually get a scope for the SMGs, and I have access to that scope, which does improve that a little bit. But the Matic's really going to be my friend here. And warp ammo is fun, especially because purple bullets is just fun anyway. Oh, that hurt more than I expected it to. But the nice thing about having the SMG is we have that option, but also we have absurdly fast power recharge because we're very light at the moment, so... Don't worry, by the way, here, it says defend civilians, but you actually can't fail this. Like, there's no way in which the civilians can get sufficiently hurt, so you don't have to worry about keeping an eye on them and protecting them. They'll move up when enough enemies are dead. So really just focus on killing dudes. Or yeah, the Matic, I don't hugely like it as a weapon, because it's a worse version of the Raptor for me, but it does make a really satisfying, that, like, belty clunk that it makes when it fires is deeply enjoyable, certainly. Oh, there's a Centurion over there. Cool. Let's overload him, Garrus, please. Thank you. There we go. Cool. Let's heal up. Wonderful. Right, I think we're... Oh, they keep coming up from the side there. I think, well, they're not coming up from the side. I think I basically accidentally kind of jogged past them. Right, let's move over here. Oh, where have we gone? Fortunately, yeah, as well, with a slower firing thing like that, all of the shots I fire before my tactical cloak breaks, wow, all do additional damage. So actually, if you can fire another couple off, very handy. I'm quite enjoying warp ammo for this, just kind of dealing a lot more of every kind of damage. Like, it's a bit less situational than armor-piercing ammo. It's just a bit more hefty generally, actually. while still doing a decent amount of armor, I think. I'll know that for sure next episode, because we're doing a lot of armor piercing next episode, so we'll know for sure then. But here, this is just, again, these Cerberus missions can be a little bit generic, and it's, quite frankly, Cerberus are a less interesting enemy to fight in this than the Reaper-based enemies. This is really, as you're noticing, just about checking your what's it called, your radar, and making sure you've actually got a decent track on where the Cerberus blokes are. Oh, I do enjoy the sound of this one, though. I like the range of weapons in this, quite frankly. Like, I like the fact that there is different stuff, and you can pretty much... You're guaranteed pretty much to be able to find some kind of weapon to suit your playstyle, which is nice. I'll give it that. And it's like, you know what? The combat... I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The combat has got better in every Mass Effect game, essentially. Oh, hello. Oh, are you James? Whoops. Man, what is it about that man I keep wanting to kill? It's a mystery is what it is. Let's hack that turret while we're here. That power recharge is nice. But yeah, these missions are among the weaker parts of it, because they are just repetitive. Hey, kill some dudes over and over again, and they're not particularly tactical, because they just use these multiplayer maps that are all about just like they're just cover like sprawled around the place. They don't tend to have like oh bloody hell. James, what is it with him? He just doesn't look interesting in any way. I mean, I'm also using this obviously as an excuse to shit on James because I hate him. I was gonna say but actually no, I am using it as that, and then that's great. Right, let's kill this guy, and then that should be us shortly done. Oh my god, how many of them are there? Right, we'll swip up to the... God, it's hard to aim that thing. Bloody hell. Right, okay. There's a man shooting at me a lot, I think. At least they reload quickly. What are they called? Submachine guns. Okay, there's one in here, apparently. Where is this? I was told there was a Cerberus man here. Oh, he must be down here outside. Ah, there he is. Hello. Goodbye. Cool. I think we're pretty much good. If you haven't got anything that you need at this point, you can wait here indefinitely. Because basically you've...
No hostiles detected in the immediate area, Commander. Reinforcements are moving in to secure the evac route.
Good work, everyone.
I'll pick you up at the LZ, Commander.
And then basically, yeah, you can explore here, make sure you grab that capacitor helmet, but beyond that, we're done here, I believe. Let's head... Actually, you know what, we'll just head straight back to Ahsoba on the Citadel. Tell him the unfortunate news about his son.
We're getting reports of continuing strikes against other cities on Benning.
Cerberus still denying responsibility?
Yes, and for once we're inclined to believe them gunning down innocent humans isn't their usual MO. Either way, the civilians down there have a chance now. We're solidifying a foothold and getting people out, then we'll move to liberating the rest of the planet.
I hope we can say the same for Earth.
One day, Commander. For now, we've got our work cut out for us. Carry on.
Have you found my son?
I found your son's body in the slums on Benning. He sacrificed himself to save his squad.
I see. Their guilt made them avoid me. They should feel honored by his sacrifice. I know that I do. Thank you, my friend.
With that done, we just got a few tasks around the Normandy. First off, to emails. So here we got an email from Liara. Shepard, I've been working on something I'd like to show you. Can we meet in your quarters when you have a moment? From Liara. I do almost have a moment, there are a few more things to do first. Let's head down to engineering and give that pipe to Adams.
Dabby, what do you think about our new yeoman, Miss Trainer?
She's not a yeoman, she's a communication specialist. And you're barking up the wrong tree, Kenneth. You're not her type.
Oh, well, perhaps you should go and talk to her then.
Maybe I should. Nobody's barking up my tree.
If it works out, be sure to take video.
Commander, good news on the installation of that thermal pipe you got us.
It went right brilliant. Much better than we expected.
I told you it would.
It gets better. While interfacing through our ESO capacitors, our Miss Daniels here had an epiphany.
I wouldn't go that far.
She and Donnelly deduced some theoretical improvements to our capacitor design. Edie and I ran with it and documented our conclusions. Our core is too compact to apply our theories, but it could help the Crucible engineers. Give the word and I'll send the plans their way.
Do it.
Aye, aye.
Well done, everyone.
Oh, weirdly got a level up from that. But yeah, that's an odd little bit that actually doesn't help the Normandy as such, but it helps other war assets, which is interesting. Next, we need to head up to Liara's office. Weirdly, not to talk to Liara, but actually to because we got a bit of intel from Search and Rescue, so we can turn that into a little upgrade at Glyph's terminal. So this time we get a choice of weapon damage or shields, and I'm actually going to go for shields. I find myself taking a fair bit of shield damage, and to be honest, my weapons are outputting enough damage as it is, quite frankly. Next off, I am going to see if Mordin and Eve will have the conversation I want them to have. Oh, worth a try. So...
Doctor?
Yes?
I'd like to hear the song.
Again? Trying to calculate amino acid decay rates.
You said you would once the tests were done.
Oh, better to die to a thresher maw with shotgun blasting, roaring raw than to play ambassadorial games with the blood of Shiagar in her veins. Off to fight since Turians can't, with diplomats instead of a Krant, but she'll be true to Tuchanka's dream and live and die a Krogan queen. For she is the Krogan queen, hurrah, hurrah for the Krogan queen, and it is a glorious thing to be the Krogan queen. Still prefer patter songs?
Of course. I really had to twist your arm.
I enjoy that that Mordin's love of Gilbert and Sullivan comes through again, because of course, yeah, we had his I am the very model of a scientist Solarian song last time, and now we get, yes, for she is the Krogan queen. It's the Pirate King is the actual version of that. It's so good and just makes me love Mordin that little bit more. Anyway, first off, we're going up to our cabin, so I want to make a few changes to my armor. I've had enough of the Terminus armor for now, and we've got a few more useful pieces. So, for the head, we want the ridiculous capacitor helmet. Basically, it means your shields start recharging again, like, quickly. Looks absurd, but obviously we don't actually see the helmets that much because I have them off in cutscenes, which is always quite nice. But yes, hardicated chest we've got, and we now have Armax Arsenal arms, which are really handy because they increase weapon damage and headshot damage, as well as looking quite cool. Because yeah, our overall thing now, we have a decent bit of ammo capacity, weapon damage, headshot damage. I like the Armax set generally. I'm going to redesign the colours a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Iron Man colour scheme, but I want to do something that's going to work with that capacitor helmet. Cool, we'll see what that looks like for the next episode. Finally, let's have a bit of a chat with Liara about what she wanted to talk about.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own. I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes. I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
Put down the truth. Good? Bad? Don't leave anything out. Let history be the judge.
I'll give them the facts. Let me just delete all these breathless passages on your heroics.
You writing anything I can't live up to?
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
I really like that scene. It's just a genuinely really nice one. Oh, look at this. All my fish are being fed happily now by my aquarium VI, which keeps them alive. That was entirely worth 25,000 credits. And with that, we're going to hold the episode there. Next episode, we are going to be going on and chasing after the missing Krogan scouting team that Rex lost while investigating the area around the old Rachni relay. And that's a great mission. You'll want to join for that one, certainly. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.